Welcome back, everyone, to day 10 of the 2014 Steam Holiday Sale. I'm Kyle Blaine, and let's take a look at the day's deals. Crusaders and Kings is supposedly a really good strategy game, 75% off if you're into that sort of thing. This developer is known for this type of game of this, medieval style, and they're supposed to be the best. The Long Dark, this was the second most tempting game for me to buy today. I ended up not, simply because I don't know, it doesn't fulfill a niche that I'm wanting to play right now, but it's a really cool survival game that's truly survival. It's literally you versus the wilderness. It's not you versus zombies. It's just you out in the cold, and there's eventually going to be a story and all this stuff. So I kind of want to wait to see how it pans out with all that. Fallout New Vegas, $250 for this game. Get it. This is a definite buy. That's the most hours you'll spend in a game that you'll spend $2.50 on. There's so much content in this game. Don't bother with any of the DLC, in my opinion. Dead Rising 3, not a good PC port. Don't really know much about Shadowrun, Dragonfall. Neither do I know much about Dawn of War. Tropico 5. I don't own Tropico 5, but I own Tropico 4, and I've heard... the good way to put it is Tropico 4 is so much cheaper than Tropico 5, you may as well just buy Tropico 4. Because it's missing, it's not as good, but for the price difference, you'll have a ton of fun with Tropico 4, and I can vouch for that. Watch Dogs, again, not a great PC port, and simply to stick it to the man, I don't plan on ever owning that game because of the stupid stuff that happened with it. Shovel Knight is probably, will go down in history as the greatest platformer of all time. I haven't played it yet, but it's supposed to be outstanding, and I'm really excited to get it one day. 33% off. Don't know if it's worth that, but that's not low enough for me to buy it. The latest 12-hour deal, Surgeon Simulator 2013 for $324. If you're into that, that's not a bad price. I personally would wait for it to get to like $1, and then I might buy it. Nidhogg is a really niche, interesting game. It'd be really fun if I had someone in the house to play it with, because it's very heavily reliant on local multiplayer from my understanding, but it's supposed to be really good. $374, 75% off. That seems like a great deal to me. Alan Wake, this whole series is supposed to be outstanding, and 90% off. That was pretty tempting too, but that's not really something that I'm that into. Starpoint Gemini 2, I don't really know much about that, but only 50% off. Meh. Mortal Kombat Complete Edition, if you're into that, $5. That's probably a pretty good price for that. And Game Dev Tycoon, I own this, and I would say don't buy it at this price. I got it in a humble bundle, and surely it can go lower than $3.99. This is a pretty old, small indie game. That's not a great price for this. Community Choice Super Time Ultra Force is supposed to be really good, so check that out. Watch some videos on it and see what you think. Then let's look at the previous 12-hour deals that we missed. Enslaved, I'm going to say pass on that for me personally, just because I have enough third-person action games. King's Bounty, I really don't know anything about this game, nor did I even really bother to look at it, just because it doesn't look interesting to me. Ghostbusters, for $2, if you're a big fan of the movies, this is supposed to be really good nostalgia. Lords of Zulima, I do own this, and I do love it. 50% off. It's a new game, and it's a big game, and I would say it's worth that. So if you're wanting an old school RPG, but with new features and new flares and ease of use, this is a good one to go with. Sins of the Solar Rebellion, I really don't know too much about that because it's a 4X game. I'm not really into that. I'm into RTSs, but don't make it super complicated. That's what 4Xs do. And Crypt of the Necrodancer, last but not least, the one that stole the show for me. Yes, it's only 40% off, but I believe this is the first time it's been on sale, and it's basically a roguelike dungeon crawler, and you have to hit all of the keys to the beat of the music. I totally skipped a beat there because I was trying to think of what words I wanted to say. But that's what happens in the game, is if you want to keep your coin multiplier up, you have to stay with every beat. You have to hit the arrows on every beat if you want to maintain your coin multiplier to get the most coins. And as a musician and a lover of roguelikes, this is a match made in heaven. I love it. It's an early release game, and they come out with updates very frequently, so I really highly suggest that as well. So that's it for day 10. We'll see you guys tomorrow on day 11. Adios.